He stands 4 meters tall. As soon as he wakes up, 4 maids attend to him. First, scattering flower petals, then scrubbing his back. He is the legendary sky god, Horus. Golden ichor flows in his veins. He can transform into a beast at will. They rule over weaker humans. But this god has terrible luck. Today was supposed to be his coronation. His father was about to place the crown on his head. His uncle, the desert god Set, arrived with an army of red-armored soldiers to stage a coup. He stabbed his own brother to death. He threatened the other gods and the people to submit to him, or be reduced to slaves. Horus was filled with grief and rage. He took up his staff and immediately began to fight. But Set had come prepared. Soldiers used their shields to reflect light, blinding Horus, preventing him from using the power of his eye. Horus transformed into his sky god form, and Set was not to be outdone. The two gods battled from the sky to the ground. The red soldiers raised their shields. Once again, Horus was blinded by the reflected light. Set seized the chance and forced Horus back into his human form. Then he gouged out his eyes. These eyes were the source of Horus's power. Without them, he was reduced to a mere mortal. Set raised his staff to execute Horus. It was only through the desperate pleas and self-sacrifice of the goddess of love that Horus was spared. He was imprisoned in the old king's tomb, never to see daylight again. And Set ascended the throne as he desired, but he was clearly a tyrant. Upon taking power, he launched massive construction projects. He sought to build a towering monument to his own achievements. Under his rule, most humans were forced into slavery. They had no freedom, making life unbearable for the people. Under such tyranny, a thief named Beck refused to accept his fate. One day, Beck stealthily hid inside a cart loaded with treasure. He was dumped into a massive underground vault along with the gold. But he wasn't there for mere treasure or gold this time. His target was the glowing eye of power on the opposite side. To obtain the eye of power, he had to navigate 3 extremely dangerous traps. A single mistake would make him a meal for the army of scorpions below. Beck moved cautiously, merely casting a shadow that blocked the light instantly triggered the trap. So he held his torch high above his head, minimizing his shadow as much as possible. He passed the first trap without major incident. At the second trap, statues wielding sharp swords rotated in circles, slashing at Beck. Fortunately, he reacted swiftly. His agile moves allowed him to narrowly escape. The floor of the final trap was suspended in midair. Beck had to run at full speed. At the very last second, he finally grabbed one of the eyes. But he still fell down. Facing the approaching scorpion horde, Beck quickly held up the Eye of Power. The scorpions were immediately repelled by its divine power. Beck took the divine eye and reunited with his girlfriend. Unexpectedly, they walked into an ambush. He raised the eye high, blinding the surrounding soldiers. Then he seized the chance to escape with his girlfriend in a chariot. But during their escape, his girlfriend was struck by an arrow. It turned out he and his girlfriend had planned to steal the Eye of Power, so that Horus could regain his divine power and overthrow Set's rule. That was the only way they could regain their freedom.